Hey everyone, this is, as you know me by now, Tim Chanker. So I'm going to be printing today, printing a bigger woodcut. This one's 2 feet by 2 feet. This is the one that you've all been seeing me working on and cutting and finishing. So I'm hoping the views are gonna be weird because this thing is like gotta go this way, that way, blah blah blah. So it's a little chilly. It's why I'm wearing a hat. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Whatever day or time you're watching this, remember time is an illusion. Yeah, you know. So we're just gonna get to the process of printing a big woodcut. So as you can see, we got my woodcut right there, and here's a roll of paper. I kind of order for some of them I get, this is like cheaper craft paper because I'm broke, and we got a little moisture over here. Let's get a towel. Yeah, I'm in my garage. My garage doesn't have any heat, so we just kind of make do with what we can make do. So this is me cutting the paper. You can't, you can kind of see it. Just cutting the paper. Normally I wouldn't show this, but because it's boring, like watching paint dry. But this is what I'm going to do the print on. Cool, let's put the paper away. And it will be back over here for when we need it. So, let's see if we can get it. Well, let's move around. So this is my little setup I got here. Let's see if we can find a good view. Let's see like a good view. Kind of. I don't even know. Whatever. So let's get the ink. My ink. My palette knife. And I'm getting the ink out. You don't want to gouge the ink because it will create pockets of air, and then the ink will dry on you. And I just kind of, let's see, it's good. Yeah, we're seeing it kind of. You bear with me right here, you know. Get it out. And we'll put out a big line. I like to do more ink than less because I definitely over ink stuff. This is my roller, and we just start to roll it out. And I like the hiss, I think I said before. And all right, so let's get you back over here to this guy. Whoa, boy. Oh, this is gonna be bad. But you know, bear with me. So I'm gonna ink it up first, since this one hasn't been inked up before. I just like to kind of get a coat on the piece everywhere, you know, just to kind of like let the ink, let the wood start to soak it up in. You know, so I'm not doing I usually count and stuff when I'm doing these, like, you know, which we'll get to, and then flip it around. But right now we're just trying to get the ink, on the block so that we can start going. So we'll get over here. And maybe we'll do, no, I think we're good. So let's start. So, hey buddy, what I do is I like to pick a corner, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I back up on this one. Probably not making any sense. You know, it's kind of like a slow process. You just want to coat it when you can coat it. You know, I try not to, it takes a while because this roller's small and I do this stuff by hand. So, it's one of those things where I like to just not really think about it at first. You'll notice once the ink is starting to cover the block. You know, it is kind of already, because like I said, I over ink a bit. So I appreciate everybody watching my videos, you know. Like I've always said, I've gone through some shit in my life, as most people have, and I am an open book. So if anybody ever has any questions or anything at all to ask me, or advice or whatever, I can, you know, try to give it to you or help out, you know. Like I said, this last couple months has been weird for me. Seems like it's been weird for everybody. So we're almost set to turn it. We're just gonna do this one. Funny thing is, I'm normally not I like to talk, but I'm normally not talking when I'm doing this. So trying to figure out how to talk and do this is kind of weird. So we switch the block and let's go. 2, 3, 4. And I've been doing this for since college. For a long time now, 15 plus years. And I've been doing the hand stuff for probably about 15 years, and it's taken me a long time to actually perfect it. You know, I kind of prefer to print on rice paper, because that's kind of the nicest look. But at the same time, I feel like my art is punk rock. So you got the recording on vinyl, but you know what? Sometimes you can't afford the vinyl. What do? You have somebody tape it for you, put it on a cassette tape, and it doesn't sound maybe as good, but it still sounds fucking cool and punk rock. So that's kind of why I like to use cheaper paper sometimes, because, you know, whatever, I don't care. I don't make much money off these things, and it's one of those things where rice paper is expensive and I can't really afford it, and you know, I try to find other ways, other workarounds. So we just switched it again, so now we're on the third one, and this is inking up good. I don't know if you can hear that hiss. I love the hiss. Not necessarily, like I said before, I over ink stuff. So, you know, this isn't, if you're doing something, this isn't necessarily maybe what you would do, but this is the process that that works for me. That's what we're all trying to do anyways, right? Find a art process, music process, writing process, you know, that just works for us. And look at this. This guy is excited to be inked up. So we're on number 4. It's just kind of, you know, like I said, you want to get wood can be finicky, and there's some spots that, you know, you just want to make sure you get the whole block. So I mean, it's probably one of the more boring videos because you don't see my beautiful face. You know, I'm not shirtless, and I apologize because, you know, it's a little cold in here. And yeah, so we're getting this thing. We're almost ready, and you can kind of see it too. I don't know if you can see it. You really can't see it from there, but there's like a shimmy. It starts to look like it's wet, which it is, because it's wet with ink. And that's kind of why you can notice the layer of ink on it. So that was the final, well, not the final. The final ones I like to go through, so I do 5 altogether, and this will be the final one. I put down another thing of ink. And, you know, we just kind of make sure we got a lot of it on for good measure. Because, you know, there's black in here. The black's the real, obviously, the black stuff there is the hardest to print. This stuff, you know, in the middle where all the detail is, you can get away with under inking. But in the black stuff, it will show you if you've underwritten. So, all right. Now it's time to get the paper. So, I got the paper right here, and just gonna put it on. There you go, like that. And then magic does itself for it. Just kidding. So, I like to press down the middle first to see what I'm working with. You know, just again, take it easy, take it slow. We have a wet spot on my paper right here. So I'm definitely going to watch that when I print because, yeah, that will definitely rip. And I might even rip it. And, you know, I'll just tape it up because I don't fucking care. I'm not selling this one. This one's for me to see how it looks. So, even just from pressing with my hand, right, you can already see the image. And that's what I want. That's why it's, it is cool to, it's hard sometimes. It's hard to print with, I print with real thick paper and you can't see it as much. So that can be a thing you just have to, you know, be conscious of. This is like a little mounting tool. So I'm just going to go press it down. You know, I use a lot of force when I'm doing this. You know, just trying to, this one's kind of weird because I got the edges cut off, so it's a little harder. I'm going over that wet spot, which is going to be fucked up, but, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? I used to, my younger age, if something fucked up just a little bit, I'd freak out and I would throw stuff and get angry, but you just got to roll with the punches. So this is a rolling pin I have, and this one I just use to get the edges, you know. And I'm trying to, you know, just try to get, like, I'm not really thinking about the detail of it sometimes. You know, I'm just trying to, you know, you can hear that too. I definitely press hard. My hands will hurt if I do a bunch of these. Oop, did I mess up? So, here we go. We're just going for it. And we're going to check this wet part too again. Maybe do more of this because it will, once I go over it with the hand burnishing tool, it will rip. Which is what we don't want. So this is a little detail, more of a detail tool I have, and you know, we just go for it. You try to not get ahead of yourself with doing this, and try to slow down and get every angle. But the more you do it, the more your hand starts to hurt, and the more you rush. And we're definitely gonna rip. Go over it. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, let's check it. Not too bad. We're getting there. You can see that. So, we're gonna keep going at it. Yeah, I'm gonna check it from this end too, because of that wet part. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good. We're getting it, so we're gonna use another tool. This one is one of my favorites. If I can find it. If I can't find it, which is, you know, great. Yeah, we can't find it. Oh, there it is, right at the bottom. So this is just a little spatula picked up in the, you know, and this is just, it just hits everything a different way. When you're trying to hit this from all angles, because obviously a press is going to have equal amounts of pressure. That's kind of the, you know, the thing with the press, because it's kind of why I like to use a lot of tools with this, because you want to hit it from all angles, because, you know, you don't want to miss a spot. Oh, we're just going it. get a little song in your head like do 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 do. Printing woodcuts, printing woodcuts. We got a little. All right. So we might not be completely done with this one, but unfortunately, since I have the wet spot, I don't really want to hit it too much more. So now time for the reveal. All right, that doesn't look too bad. All right, it actually looks pretty good. So here's me again. Beautiful me. Here we go. We got it. So you can see how big it is from total fucking good, okay. Yeah, put away hell. Woo, woo, woo. And like I said before, we do a dance to thank the print gods for another amazing print.